Well, ladies and gentlemen, Christmas has come early this year. A YouTuber by the name of Jack Doherty, I think that's how you say his name, has been arrested and also charged for possession of a controlled substance as well as resisting arrest. Now, for those of you who don't know, I mean, it seems like, I'm a villain for celebrating this guy's arrest, but hold on, give me a second. So our friend Jack here is a YouTube prankster, and I'm sure a lot of you guys know what that is, and you probably know what his pranks entail. They're harassment. Now, I'm not a Jack Doherty super fan, thankfully. I don't claim to know every piece of his content, but I do know what I've seen recently. And that is, of course, his pranks. And his pranks have been going up to people on the street and then harassing them. And when the random person on the street, goes to confront Jack, he calls his bodyguard to protect him and hold the person back. Yeah, so pretty honorable work he's doing. I mean, it's up there with helping the elderly and, being a doctor. But I'm going to go ahead and play the arrest footage. I'm sure that's what a lot of you guys want to see. And yeah, I'm just going to roll the clip.
Oh, I'm going. I got him. Hey, yo, you don't want to go neither. Back up. I'm just saying I got it. Back up. Don't worry about it. Back up. Yo, back up. Yo. Where you going? Back up. Chill.
Go to the sidewalk now. Go to the sidewalk now. You want to go with him?
You want to be fucking funny.
Go to the sidewalk now.
You want to be funny. You try to get on the street, go on the fucking street. I don't know who the fuck you think you are, bro. No, you're fucking not.
He was trying.
Like, after I fucking do this, who the fuck are you, bro?
I was trying to walk up the street, but
Doesn't matter, bro. All you had to do was get in the fucking sidewalk. That's it. And you want to be fucking funny. That's it, bro.
Free JD. Free JD. You're great.
Everything gotta be some goddamn content, man.
God, it really is just so beautiful. Enough to make a grown man cry. I mean, jeez. Start of the video, you can see that large individual next to Jack. That's actually his bodyguard he hires, because he needs the protection from the people who would retaliate against him, right? So I don't really understand what his bodyguard is trying to do in the beginning of the video. I assume, because he was struggling a bit, they charge him with resisting arrest. I don't know. But you could see that the police are not happy with him because of his stellar prank idea. Now, what is this masterpiece, this apotheosis of human content that Jack is filming? Why, disrupting Miami Beach traffic, of course. This gremlin. So in the video I just showed you, you can hear the police officer, telling Jack all he had to do was, move to the sidewalk and, say, yo, who are you, man? Like, who do you think you are? Stuff like that. What you just know is a gut punch to Jack. I mean, when the cop asks who he is, his face looks like you just told him that Santa Claus doesn't exist. It's hilarious. But back to what I was saying, I don't exactly know what his prank was, but judging by what the police officer is saying, you could probably assume it was something along the lines of him standing in the middle of the street, disturbing traffic. Which, A, is just a very inconsiderate and asshole-ish thing to do. So you know what's up Jack's alley. And B, just absolutely dangerous to not just him, but any driver who has the misfortune of seeing his face on the street. It's also pretty clear from the video that the police officer told this dude multiple times to get out the street. And obviously Jack's not going to listen. He's got to film his banger content. I also like how towards the end of the video, Jack's trying to defend himself, saying, he's like, man, I'm just trying to make a video. Wait, what's the big deal? Which kind of just shows you how out of touch and, delusional? I don't know if that's the right word. Jack is with how he is in his mindscape when it comes to content. Judging by the ending of the video, towards the end, Jack doesn't really seem to understand the gravity of the situation. In his mind, it's not a big deal what he's doing. Which just goes to show how out of touch he really is. Like, in his mind, the cops are just party poopers. Like, these guys don't like a banger pranks, man. Like, they probably aren't even sub to him. It's just so fascinating watching these clout-chasing creatures not understand why they're in the wrong. Like, how does one get to this point? Is clout-chasing really that big of a drug? Like, I don't know, man. Maybe it was the drugs. I mean, they did find amphetamines in his... in his possession, according to the records. I just want a quick side note. This dude's 22, by the way, which I genuinely just don't believe that. I mean, not only do I believe that somebody at the age of 22 would never act like an absolute moron, well, Not to this degree, at least. And the mugshot is absolutely priceless. I mean, this looks like when a teenager gets caught with a fake ID trying to buy alcohol. Look at him. He posted this on his Twitter or his X or whatever you want to call it, thinking it's tough. I don't know. But in reality, it looks like he got caught with his hand in the cookie jar. He looks absolutely terrified in this photo. Look at his eyes, man. Look, if I was arrested doing any crime, and I mean any crime, and they took my mugshot and I looked like this, I would not post this as my profile picture on Twitter. Like, it's just not happening. And also on his Twitter, he posted, like, first day out. So I really hope these charges stick, and I hope they stick strong. I mean, because in reality, we really don't need a dude like this out on the street doing his shenanigans, his buffoonery, if you will. Quick little editor's update. Apparently, he'll be sentenced to a maximum of 7 years if all of his charges stick. These charges include resisting arrest without violence. That's when he was, like, I guess struggling in the beginning of the video, what you guys saw. They also found a little bit of the devil's lettuce on him, as well as a controlled substance. The cops say they found amphetamines on him, which is pretty interesting because amphetamines are prescribed for ADHD in some cases, so that could be a defense. I don't really know his medical conditions. I'm not his doctor. I mean, but yeah, we'll see in due time what happens to our friend Jack here. But yeah, that pretty much wraps up this video. The little prince got arrested. His guardian couldn't save him this time, thankfully. I guess maybe the guardian was on cooldown, or maybe Jack spent all his elixir on, I don't know, the marijuana or something. Well, I don't know. And I hope he learned something from jail. I really hope he does just change his ways, because whatever this guy's doing is just so embarrassing, not just for him, but for anyone who watches it. And I don't mean that in a, judgmental way, because I'm sure 99.9% of his fan base is children, because who else, any self-respecting adult watching this content would probably just cringe at the just sheer, I don't know, secondhand embarrassment you get from watching these videos. But yeah, I mean, I think that's enough yapping for today. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'll see you guys next time, by the way. Peace.